like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka BJ. So before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, all our YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Make your comments. You know what I'm saying? For y'all to jump in this house. And we definitely appreciate y'all coming in here. Sorry for the delay. I know it's been about an hour. A lot of stuff has been going on the last hour, so I just want to apologize to my Pull Up family. But we got a treat for y'all tonight. Two good videos or two good topics to talk about. Like I said, hit that like button so you get the notifications out because you do not want to miss this video. Salute to everybody in the podcast. You know what I'm saying, going on right now. I also want to give a shout out to Mrs. Davis, Miss Davis, for the Cash App this morning. She actually donated $10 to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, which was great. So I want to give a shout out. Let me first put the screenshot up so y'all can see. I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Davis for the $10 donation to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Definitely well appreciated. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your consistent support of the podcast. Anybody else want to donate to the podcast, I will put the link inside the description box after the video. So y'all can definitely get up in here. You know what I'm saying? My man plays for Key Beach, my brother. What I told you, Kyrie was going to be in Brooklyn. Now that's done. We'll see y'all in the finals guarantee. Boring injuries. Yeah, my man plays for Keep said it. We talked about this yesterday, bro. We talked about it yesterday about Kyrie staying or going to the Lakers. So definitely right on point, bro. So you say you're gonna see us in the finals guarantee. Okay, we'll see. But let's get on track. Two big news that happened today. Literally not even more than an hour ago. Let's start with the first one. The first one of the day. Kyrie Irving is going to be staying with the Brooklyn Nets this season. Kyrie Irving decides to choose loyalty over pride. Okay, he chooses loyalty over pride. Y'all gonna see why I said this in the video once this video is done. I'm gonna let people in here, you know what I'm saying, to come here and display their thoughts, but continuously hit that like button, get the comments out there. All right, so listen. Kyrie chooses loyalty over pride is gonna be the title of this section because from the sources I've heard, Kyrie Irving chose loyalty over pride pertaining to his decision to stick it out with KD. Okay. The source that I heard how it went was, and this is why I kind of knew this was going to happen. I said this yesterday. I said Kyrie Irving leaving Kevin Durant is going to be something that's going to be a big burden. I don't think Kyrie wants that on his conscience. I don't think Kyrie Irving wants to be known as the guy who left his boy hanging. And that was going to play a factor into the decision he chose to make to stay with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the source that I was hearing from earlier today was that Kyrie was on his way out to go to the Lakers to join LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The deal was pretty much on the table between the Lakers and the Nets. The Lakers and the Nets were discussing the deal about them going to joining forces, and Kevin Durant was okaying it. Kevin Durant was saying basically that he, didn't mind Kyrie choosing his, option to go to the Lakers. He even said in this podcast where he basically said that he has no control of Kyrie's future, that Kyrie Irving is his own man. This is a delicate decision for him to make, and he can't make decisions for him. So he's been in support of Kyrie Irving. It didn't surprise me because he's been like that the whole time. You know what I'm saying? My man Bruce was good, man. I'm going to let you in a little bit. But he's been in support of his brother the whole time. And he basically was saying that he's been speaking with Kyrie, but he hasn't spoken with the Nets. I told y'all that was going to be a big deal down the line because that showed me who his loyalty would belong to. That his loyalty was to Kyrie, not to the Nets. Y'all go back and look at the timeline. When Kyrie was going through the whole vaccination situation, who was on his side more than anybody else? Trying to persuade the Nets to make him a part-time player, trying to make the Nets to persuade him to stay on the team, trying to make the Nets to understand how Kyrie was as a person. It was Kevin Durant. He stood by his side on that. He stood by his side when Kyrie Irving was taking out time for, the U.S. Capitol or whatever for his mental health. KD was on his side. And I said that will be a big factor about this decision that Kyrie makes. So here we are on Monday on the 27th, and you have 2 days until Kyrie has the choice to, either opt out of his deal or opt in his deal. Basically, a choice to either stay with the Nets or become a free agent. The Nets does not want to offer him a 5-year deal. They want to offer him a 1-year deal for $36.5 million. Okay, I hope y'all still with me. Can you hit that like button too? Um, Hold on one second. Let me make sure I got this. My man, soccer updates was good, brother. We're gonna let you in too. Make sure I hit that like button when y'all jump in. But basically, yeah, the Nets pretty much had a deal with the net with Kyrie just saying for 36.5 mil. This morning, the Nets put out a post saying that they were not afraid to, lose KD and Kyrie at the same time. The Nets put out that post this morning. So once they put out that post, you saw Kyrie Irving make this decision today. Now, what y'all need to pay attention to is Kyrie had until Wednesday to make a decision. Usually, decisions like this, when you have superstars or all stars, they take their time all the way to the deadline before they decide and choose. Go back into the situation with Ben Simmons and James Harden. They waited to the last hour to make that decision. Y'all look at the situation with Kawhi and PG a few years ago. They waited when everybody else made their decision, and that's when Kawhi dropped the bombshell. So superstars and all stars, people want to know what they're going to do. So the fact that Kyrie Irving didn't take no time, didn't waste time to make a decision shows me that he had his mind made up through a conversation. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this last part. Katie and Kyrie had a conversation probably like around 4 o'clock my time, which is on the Pacific time, West Coast time. They had a conversation, and basically Kyrie Irving told Kevin Durant he could not leave him in the situation because KD was the only one that was loyal to him. One thing you can take from this story is that Kyrie Irving and KD have a very tight relationship. There's nothing fake about it because KD could have easily threw Kyrie under the bus several times when everybody was coming after him. KD not one time said to Kyrie Irving that KD not one time said to Kyrie Irving that he can't come back on the team. He always supported him. He always believed in him. He always thought that it was his boy. And he also told the Nets that they need to do a better job of understanding him. So that's when Kyrie Irving came to his senses and said that he can't leave KD hanging behind. Okay. That's the source that I got from earlier today. But that's not even so much the source. I already had that in my mind already. I already had thoughts. Y'all can go back to my video yesterday. I told y'all Kyrie Irving was choosing Kevin Durant over the Brooklyn Nets because when he said he's been in constant communication with Kyrie Irving, but not the Nets, I told my partner, my boy Rick Masters, that he had chose the loyalty of Kyrie Irving over the loyalty of the Brooklyn Nets. So that's pretty much the gist of the story. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that Kyrie Irving is at least going to be staying there for a year. I don't see people saying that he can possibly get traded again. I don't see him getting traded because the Nets already offered their deal. They're set with it. They're going to be locked in for at least this season. Okay, so what I think is going to happen is that you're going to see a more focused Kyrie Irving. I think you're going to see a Kyrie Irving coming this year, ready to ball, a fresh start, and ready to be cause some damage. Because he has to, because he's going to be working towards a new deal, unless he goes out and just retires. So he has to ball out this season. You can't be missing more than half the games and all that stuff. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I say you're going to see a more different Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant, he was signed for 4 years. So for you to sit up there and still stay with your boy, if I'm Kyrie Irving, he basically felt a loyalty to KD. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Kyrie Irving is still staying with the Brooklyn Nets. He's staying safe. And, we'll see what happens from here on. But now, here's the story I really want to talk about. John Wall to the LA Clippers, man. What y'all think about this move? Put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear it from y'all, man. Put in the comments. Hit the like button. Y'all know that that's my team, the Clippers. Now, I've been saying this since last season that this is the point guard that the Clippers need. Because the Clippers need more of a guy who's a facilitator and can, be athletic and play defense. You know what I mean? I was not big on Kyrie coming to the Clippers anyway because he would have stopped the flow of the team because he's so ball he needs to score the ball. John Wall don't need to do that. John Wall can make an impact by being a playmaker and being a great defensive player, be athletic. The only question mark has how has John Wall been these last couple of years where he hasn't really been playing much. He averaged 20 and 8 with the Houston Rockets um, 2 years ago before he went to the Lakers. But he's been trying to find a home dealing with it. But I think he will fit great with this team because number one, the Clippers to me have a system that's going to excel for Wall. And he's been itching on the court. They gotta understand something with basketball players. When you a baller and you've been an all-star like Wall has been in the past, he's ready to play. And I think, he has a team now, guys around him who's gonna help excel. I'm rooting for I think John Wall is a great pick for this team. I knew he wasn't gonna go to the Lakers because the Lakers he does not fit. He does not gonna fit with the Lakers because the Lakers need a scorer. Kyrie Irving would have been perfect with the Lakers. But the Lakers are running out of options. They lost Kyrie, they lost John Wall. So now I'm hearing they saying Bradley Beal, which is a good chance he's going to resign with the Wizards on that supermax, and then Zach LaVine. So they're running out of options right now. But Play for Keeps said John Wall's a bad dude. Yeah, people forget, man. John Wall literally about when was that 2017, 2018, he was a top 3 to 5 point guard. People forget John Wall was a top 3 to 5 point guard about 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Steph, Russ, Chris Paul, John Wall, he was in that conversation. But it's just injuries are slowing down. But I think now, even watching him with his workouts and playing, I think he's back. I think he's motivated. I think with him playing with Kawhi and PG, the pressure will be off him where he can just do more of, getting up and down the court. So I think he's going to fit very good with the Clippers. My only concern is though they cannot get lackadaisical. We can't get lackadaisical. Like the Clippers have to take care of business this year. They have to make sure that they put all the pieces in. Guys have to be locked in this season. They can't afford to take any type of break or any time off because they have a too deep of a team. Honestly, they have too much firepower. This ain't like it was a few years, but this is something where the Clippers are having high expectations more and more. So that you don't want to fall into the same situation that bubble year where everybody's saying the Clippers were this, that, and the other. You can't this, that, and the other, and you fall, flat on your face because, people are expecting the Clippers to, take care of business this year. Bruce said John Wall is not a winner. He is talented, but he's injury prone too. I'm not thinking of injuries right now, man. And I'll deal with them when they happen. Wall will be on the bench at the end of games. That's fine. That's why we got depth. That's why we have depth. But I'm saying with Wall, he will be the starting point guard on our team. Be Wall. Well, actually, it'll be Wall, PG, Kawhi, Wall, PG, Kawhi, Mook, and probably Visca Zubac. There's so many combinations the Clippers can throw out there. It's just got to make sure Wall and Reggie Jackson are on the same page, that, they both come in with positive mindsets. Soccer Update says John Wall can't stretch the floor. Like, he don't need to stretch the floor. That's what I'm saying. John Wall, what he can do is to put pressure on the defense. He'll put pressure on the defense. That's what Wall can do. They got enough shooters. They got guys and playmakers. They don't need another scorer. That's why Kyrie wouldn't have worked with the Clippers, because he needs about 20, 25 points. Wall doesn't need to do that. He can give you about 14, 15, about 7 assists. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and drop this link so y'all can come in here. We're gonna talk about Kyrie, and we're gonna talk about this whole situation with the Clippers, man. Y'all come in here and y'all want to cook, y'all can. He said all I care about is Kawhi health. Yeah, he's gonna be. I'll like I said, I'll deal with health when it gets to that point. What up, Bruce?
I don't know why I have an echo now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yo, yo, stuff has been trash.
Oh no.
Go ahead. What you think about the
Can you
Kyrie Irving
explain that?
situation?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna let Bruce go first, and I'm gonna let you go, Zeddy.
Okay.
What you
Okay.
think?
So
Go ahead.
I think Kyrie, um, maybe he's returning because he's good friend with Kevin Durant, but I don't think that's the main reason. He was ready to leave Brooklyn. It's because Lakers was the only team, and if he goes to the Lakers, he was gonna take a pay cut, and his shoe deal is about to end, and there's no shoes rushing to him.
Okay. So you think that's the main reason? Bruce. All right, go ahead, Zeddy. Bruce. Seem like people dropping out. Bruce, click out and then click in again. These guys, these guys' mics are messing up, Bubba.
What's up, bro?
Was good. Salute.
Salute, bro. Uh, it was a good decision. In my opinion, I feel like Kyrie made the best decision opting in. I feel like he should have opted in way before now. But I mean, for entertainment to let people keep to let rumors going and all that, I feel like he did he made the right decision. He wasn't going to take a pay cut to go to the Lakers,
Mm.
for $6 million. Like, nah. If you are looking for a supermax, why would you even do that? So that was good for him. And good for the Brooklyn Nets as well. Now the Nets have to focus on trying to get their team better, and focusing on keeping most of the players and, coming off some players, probably they trade Andre Drummond. And, you definitely have to keep Bruce Brown, but get a solid big man. And if you want to trade Claxton or not, you figure out with that. So,
Okay.
yeah,
What you think about Wall to the Clippers?
man, to be honest, I don't like to move.
You don't like it?
I don't like it because I feel like John Wall is a score first point guard. And he doesn't. I mean, yeah, the shooting is his. He's not a very good shooter, which I feel like the Clippers really need in order to stretch the floor. Because the Clippers, I mean, yeah, the Clippers have a good shooting on the team. So when you say he doesn't have to shoot, he has to, attack the basket. I mean, I agree with that, but I feel like sometimes you have to be a threat from the 3 point line as well in order to stretch the floor for other players to add additional spacing on the floor and let more players play one on one. And I don't feel he was once a great defensive player, but I mean he hasn't played in a long time, so I can't really judge. And I don't think he should start right away because he hasn't played almost in a year and a half. The last time we saw him play was in 2020, if I'm not 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think I think he should come off the bench and get the feel because you were playing on Houston. There's a contending team right here. You're not. It's two different monsters right here. So I feel like you should come off the bench and Reggie should start. But if John Wall gets it going, yeah, he should be inserted into the starting role.
So you said that John Wall doesn't he's more of a scoring point guard. But if you look at his assists, man, the dude's averaged at least 7 assists his entire career per game. He's averaged at least.
But I got a question though.
What's that?
Don't you think it's another Kyrie? Because this dude sat out. He was willing to sit out if he was not going to start. You trust
No,
him?
I don't. I don't think when you've been out for that amount of time, you understand what it is not to play. So you're not trying to mess that up. So look at his assists throughout his career.
Okay, averaging 9 assists. Oh dang, I didn't even know that. Okay, I take what I said back.
Nah, man. John Wall was a top 3 point guard like a few years, and I'm telling you, from what I've been
top 3?
seeing, yeah, he was.
Maybe top 5.
Okay, top 5. But Wall literally is not the same thing as Kyrie Irving because Kyrie Irving got the speed like John Wall.
Well, yeah, Wall's quick to the basket. Yeah, I give him that. Yeah. But
Before he tore his Achilles, he was John Wall was the fastest dude in the league with the ball. With the ball. So, what you got, Bruce?
Westbrook had a lot of assists too, and look what he did last year. So I don't know about assists. Okay, but, I mean Westbrook gives a lot of assists too. So,
but you say he's a better playmaker? You think he's a better playmaker than Wall?
Yes.
I don't.
If the Westbrook issue is shooting, what I was saying was Kyrie was only cared about Kyrie, so he didn't want, like the other guy said, he didn't want that pay cut. It's like, okay, let me take that 36 million because I'm losing that shoe deal. I'm not getting commercials. I'm not getting Pepsi. I'm not getting Uncle Drew, the sequel. And he needs to rehab. He's gonna rehab his image, and you never know. He might still get traded.
Yeah, they said it was a possibility.
Right?
I don't think so. Because essentially, if you trade Kyrie Irving, because y'all remember, Kyrie Irving's still a valuable player.
Yep.
They're not just looking to move him. Like, who are you going to get back for Kyrie?
Yeah.
The Nets are trying to win a championship.
I'm sure there's a lot of, they can get some players back, but the Nets have to like the players. That's why the Nets didn't want the players that the Lakers were offering them. So
that's what I'm saying. It's not that easy. Like, it's not too many players who's a 50, 40, 90 like a Kyrie Irving. Even when he's playing, this is the only thing, is that he's aloof and you don't know what he's going to do. I got you. But as far as production and playing, Kyrie is arguably a top 15, 20 player in the league.
If I'm owner on a team, I don't want Kyrie Irving on my team.
Yep, I agree.
I understand.
I mean,
he's like almost crazy Antonio Brown. Right? So, and I agree too that John Wall on the Clippers, I don't know. I hope Reggie Jackson is not upset. So, if because Reggie Jackson should start, and if John Wall performs well, John Wall should look at Wiggins. Like everybody said, Wiggins. Oh my God, when he went to the Warriors, oh my God, Wiggins. Wiggins was not that good. Whatever. John Wall should just go and try to play basketball the best that he can. Don't say anything. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like Reggie Jackson should come off the bench too. I feel like he should start. He's earned, excuse me, he's earned his starting role. John Wall, you haven't played in a year. I don't expect you to just come into a new situation and expect to start. Nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what he do, and take it from there.
Yeah.
What y'all feel about the Lakers possibly getting another player?
Lakers are still not gonna win anything anymore with LeBron. To me, they can get any players they want. They're not gonna get any better. It's gonna be a repeat of last year. Next year is gonna be a repeat of last year. So I don't see any players they can get to make them better than a lot of teams in the West.
Wait, even if they're better, because LeBron said because they was not healthy, that's why they had a bad season.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm asking you though.
Well, LeBron played and they lost a lot of games with LeBron, right?
Yeah, they were getting blown out. I remember that Denver game.
Did LeBron play any defense? I didn't see any defense.
No
from
defense.
LeBron for the last 4
No
or 5
defense.
years.
No defense. I mean, if you're a player, you shouldn't want to go to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a player, you shouldn't want to go to the Lakers because it's not, you're probably going to get all the blame if things don't go well.
There's no way this Lakers team can beat the Grizzlies. I see the Lakers play the Grizzlies. Oh my God. LeBron was panting, could not breathe, running with all those with Ja Morant. Come on, man. No.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the Lakers should trade LeBron and AD. And try and get young players and get young because, you have the oldest roster in the NBA, which, you can't really compete with most of the new guys in the NBA on the defensive end because a lot of these guys are quick. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't play any defense at all. LeBron plays no defense. Now Anthony Davis plays defense, but he didn't play a lot last year, so
Anthony Davis playing defense on himself. He's not on the court.
But see, like, if y'all think about it, it makes sense because just think if Kyrie Irving went to the Lakers, the things that have been said about him, he needed LeBron. Because Laker fans wanted Kyrie Irving on that team because anything's better than Russ.
They did.
So,
but I feel like if Kyrie even went to the Lakers, he doesn't solve the Lakers' problems. Yes, he solves their problems in terms of shooting the three, but he doesn't solve their problems on the defensive end because the Lakers' problem was on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? They allowed more points than the points they actually scored. That was their main problem, defense. And Russell and Kyrie does not solve that problem. You have to solve your problem, which is defense. Now, if you get Kyrie, yeah, you solve your problem in terms of shooting, but you don't solve the problem defensively.
Kyrie will quit on the Lakers mid-season. As soon as the Lakers lose like 1 or 2 games, you're gonna see Skip Bayless, Nick Wright, Stephen A. Smith, Kyrie this, Kyrie that, Kyrie this, pass the ball to LeBron. That's all you're gonna hear all day, every day, 24/7. It's gonna be Kyrie's fault because the Lakers lost.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody said who's stopping LeBron and AD? Who's LeBron stopping?
That's a LeBron fan. He's saying
who's LeBron stopping though?
Just because LeBron looks good with all the muscles, lifting weights, working out, that's not the way basketball is played. He was working out last year. 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, you need to get your endurance up.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. He be doing a little workouts, and I'm like, man, you need to be working on your free throws.
Yeah.
He got a basketball court in his house.
Well, he was in New York with Kevin Love and Donovan Mitchell working out.
Yeah, they got somebody like a Donovan Mitchell that would help him out. They need somebody that can give him some backcourt scoring.
Donovan Mitchell, no defense, shoot
What?
crazy threes.
I was about to say that.
Right? Donovan Mitchell is like a Malik Monk with a better haircut, man.
Nah, you disrespecting Donovan Mitchell now. He much better than Malik Monk.
Malik Monk is a better defender than Donovan Mitchell.
That's
And
not saying much. Malik Monk ain't a great defender. He's okay.
well, Donovan Mitchell is worse. Donovan Mitchell is worse. He's a better offensive player than Malik Monk. But
He's a better player than Malik Monk. This
he
guy has
disappears in
he has
play-
3 All-Stars.
Yeah. He disappears in playoffs. I never see him do anything. No.
Wait, when you say he disappears in playoffs, that's a little because he dropped 50 on the Nuggets.
Did they win the series? They were supposed to win.
They were supposed, yeah, but yeah.
He's fighting with the French guy every year. Come on, man. I'd rather have John Wall than Donovan Mitchell. That says a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want Donovan Mitchell on my team. If I have a team, I don't want Donovan Mitchell on my team.
Yeah. But I got a question. Y'all think Kyrie gonna play at least 60 plus games this season?
If he wants a salary, like a contract next year.
Yeah, that's true.
What I was gonna say about yesterday about Kevin Durant is the one who made Kyrie like this because he's not a leader. That's why people like Charles Barkley said he's not a bus driver. You know, as a bus driver, you should be able to handle Kyrie.
Yeah.
Kyrie is coming back to the Nets because of the money. Okay. It's not because of KD.
Yeah, Kyrie's just. I mean, my Australian brother, I don't know why he be acting like that.
You know, he is very close to getting blackballed.
Yeah.
And I don't think Stephen A. Smith talking about him all the time helped.
Yeah. He's in the media for bad I mean he's doing good stuff, but always in the media they mention his name for something bad. Missing games, conducting practice after Steve Nash's, is conducting practice, just disrespectful stuff.
Mm.
Which I agree with you. Kevin Durant is not a leader.
If Kyrie gets traded, Kyrie had been traded today, yesterday, Kevin Durant would have been killed the next few days because you left Steph Curry for this? Now look at you. You're alone with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, the media would have roasted him. Yeah.
Ben Simmons is happy. Nobody's talking about him. Like, what did I do?
But look at this. Check this out. This is why I say Kyrie Irving chose loyalty over pride. So now KD is saying basically he's staying where he's at because he's very loyal and expected to remain with Kyrie on the Nets. So I'm telling you, those two have a bond with each other, a brotherhood with each other. That's why Kyrie Irving decided to stay with the Nets. That's the only reason. It had nothing to do with money, because he has enough money. They
So,
ain't
bro,
gotta. We've already seen Kyrie Irving. He doesn't. He when his hand is dealt, he'll leave money on the table.
I disagree, because why was he feuding with the Nets? Because the Nets didn't want to give him a long-term contract. The Nets was offering him only 2 years. He wanted 5 or 4.
Because that's what he feels like he's worth. But you gotta remember, he's looking at it like he's still a top 15 player. The Nets are looking at it like, well, you ain't been here, you in and out. But Kyrie's looking at it like, I'm still a top player here. So he's not talking about money. He's talking about what's right, his morals. Like, this is what I'm owed. This is what I deserve to get. So it's not like Kyrie Irving staying there because he needs the money.
No.
He doesn't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But Neat said, "Hey, BJ, do you think they may move Mook for like a picks or a center before the lineup?" I don't think they need to do anything else, honestly. Now, let's say that they was able to get a guy like a DeAndre Ayton or a Miles Turner, then yeah, I could say you can move Mook. But I think they good how they are, honestly. They don't need to move anything else. What y'all think?
Who's Mook? I don't know who's Mook.
Marcus Morris.
Oh, okay. It's already too late. The draft is over. Why would they want picks now?
Right. Maybe for the future.
I think Clippers needs to win now.
They need to win two championships.
Clippers had the best team in the bubble, and they messed it up. I was so pissed that year. They had the best team in the bubble, and they messed it up.
They had a lot of stuff going on with that team.
Okay. And
But I wish they did finish it though.
that Utah Jazz player who hurt Kawhi, Clippers had a good chance to win that year too.
Yeah.
I was there when you did that.
That's what I'm saying. They left 2 championships on the table. You talk about, and I'm not even talking about the bubble. I'm talking about this past year, and the year that Kawhi got hurt. I think the Clippers could have won both years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way the Phoenix Suns could beat the Clippers that year. No way.
Hell no.
Hell no. They could barely beat them when Kawhi wasn't there.
Okay.
They could barely beat them when Kawhi got hurt. Like, and you could tell the Suns were like scared of the Clippers.
Man, if Kawhi was there, I mean, this year, the Clippers was very good. They were just missing one superstar, man.
Yep.
So we'll see if John Wall can help, but I'm not sure. So
yeah, I gotta see. I just think it's more about chemistry. I just look at John Wall, like, after not playing, not having a home, not knowing if he's going. I think your demeanor changes. I think your attitude changes. He already got enough money, So I think he's in a good spot where he's on. You got to think too. This is the first time he's on a real good team, like a really contending team.
Wasn't he on a team with Paul Pierce? I think Paul Pierce was a bench player or something. And that was a really good team, right?
Yeah.
They were okay. I think they beat the Bulls when they had D Rose and all that. But I mean, Walls, this is the best team he's been on.
We'll see. I mean,
I got anything else before I shut it down?
I'm not gonna trash Kyrie more. He's already had enough.
Yeah, I think you need to ease up on Kyrie, Bruce.
I mean, I don't know.
You get too hard on him.
I mean, what has he done besides hitting the shot over Steph Curry? Right?
Nothing.
I mean, he said that when he joined, now I have a KD, I have a player that can hit shots, that can be clutch, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And then
That's true.
that player didn't hit shots against the Celtics, right? Didn't that player miss free throws or something? Right.
Yeah.
That was so embarrassing.
Yeah, you right. Y'all right, man. I can't even deny that. Kyrie, yeah, man, he's a special dude, man. I mean, what else can I say?
But I just I hope next playoffs they face the Celtics again. I want to see this rivalry go on. And I want them to prove themselves. Because you can't get embarrassed like that and let that situation go like that. Nah.
Yeah, well, I will be back on tomorrow, fellas. I know I kind of caught on a little late, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be another big move tomorrow or something is going to happen. And I'll be right back up here. And we will get it going.
All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Likewise.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning into the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Definitely appreciate y'all. Again, I apologize for having us on a little bit too late. Again, if you guys want to donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, I will put the link in the description box after the video is completed. But until next time, respectfully say pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull it out. Peace. I like